what's this shit called? Yakimandu. And I ain't really supposed to have like none of these. But yeah, guys, so it's like 4:58 a.m. I'm headed to the gym right now to go at 5 o'clock because I got PT at 6:30. So I'm trying to get a quick workout before I go because, as y'all know, the fitness at my job ain't really that. So I'm literally woke up this morning, saw a bunch of messages from you guys, man. I'm really trying to find my niche, if I'm being completely honest, because saw the message from D Houston, big supporter, big supporter, and a GOAT with that advice game. I saw his message and he was like, I should be like a father, big brother figure, or a father figure to young men, because there's a lot of guys out here struggling with life, and with my age and experience, I got a lot of advice for them. Another one of my big supporters, big supporter, Ronnie Roan, was like, maybe you should do a travel and fitness show. And I was like, that sounds kind of cool. So I was already kind of thinking about that, and but yeah, I figured out, man. I guess I got a few days. See if I get it done by like December 1st or something like that. Or I'm sorry, January 1st, because it's December. What's up, guys? So I'm just leaving the gym, and I said in like my last two videos I wasn't gonna answer no more military questions, but I'm gonna answer these three because y'all shot them to me in my inbox. So I got y'all. Still got y'all. All right. Is it me or like high key? People be like bullshitting in the gym sometimes. When I just left the gym just now, I seen a dude sitting on the damn bench, the pull-up bar, the pull-up bench or whatever. The lat pull, I think that's what that shit is called. The one you pull down with both hands on both sides and it's got like a little dip in it. The lat bar, I think that's what it's called. Right? This dude sat on the lat bar for like 30 minutes texting on the phone. I did like 3 different exercises before he got up. I wasn't waiting on it because I don't like waiting on equipment, number one, and I wasn't doing that exercise. I was trying to do shoulders today. So he sat on there for like 30 minutes and I'm like, bro, I'm looking at, it was like 3 people waiting on him. I'm like, man, if you in the gym, that's proper gym etiquette. Like, don't just sit on the bench and be texting and bullshitting. Unless it's like a family emergency. I guess maybe it might have been for him, but there's like a bunch of people waiting on it. But I'm ranting right now. So let me answer these 3 questions for y'all. So I got like, I'm still getting DMs and emails, and that's cool. I told you I wasn't doing no military videos, so I just set it up as a vlog and kind of answer them in the middle of the video if I could do that and get away with it, right? So I got a question from a gentleman. I actually ran into like big supporter guy. I ran into him in the gym, and we were just chatting it up. But as soon as I got back to my room, I saw a question from somebody asking about going from the Navy to the Army. Are they still accepting applicants for going from pretty much, I guess, blue to green? I guess that's what you would call it. The gentleman I spoke was from the Air Force. Shout out to you, bro. If you see this video, man, leave me a thumbs up and a comment in the section, and at the gym or whatever. But is the Army? The question is the Army still accepting packets from sister services to become a warrant officer in the Army? Right? Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, it's beneficial for you to try to get it done and do it now, because you don't want to wait until like way late in the game and you got to get waivers for active federal time and service or age. So if you're thinking that's something you want to do and your MOS and your sister service relates to an Army MOS, it's probably a good idea for you to go ahead and put your packet in. All right, that's the first question. So pretty much, bottom line up front, yes, the Army still accepting sister service packets for applicants trying to go to damn warrant officer candidate school and become a warrant officer in the Army. All right, so I'm gonna get to the next question. The next question I got from a sergeant in the Army asked me, and they didn't want me to mention any name. They asked me, is the Army physical fitness test still valid for your Army warrant officer candidate school packet? No. So what now? We're doing the Army combat fitness test, the ACFT. right? So right now they're in a diagnostic phase, but I believe in April, y'all can quote me if I'm wrong in the comments, all my NCOs, quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe in April it's going to go into full effect where everybody has to have a record ACFT test. Right now you can change your record ACFT from diagnostic to a record. You could change it to a record ACFT on your own, but in April I think it's going to be mandatory. So with that said, you know, when I did my old videos back in the day, I used to say like your PT score was important. Well, the same thing still, it still matters, because what the ACFT score does is separate you from other people that's trying to put their packet in. So what you don't want to do is make the mistake of thinking that it don't matter because it's just a diagnostic. So please try to get as high a score as you can so you can put it on your NCOERs, and so you can put that as a part of your packet when you submit your packet, so it can make you stand apart from other people. Because a lot of what we do is based on physical fitness. I'll just be honest. So make sure you do that in your packet. So bottom line up front, yes, continue to take your ACFT, even if it's a diagnostic, and try to score as high as you possibly freaking can. All right, let's get to the last question. So last question before I pull up and go get some food real quick. And I'm still on my diet weight, trying to cut this weight down. So it's this shit called Yakimandu, and I ain't really supposed to have like none of these, but and instead of like discipline,
We'll go get rice. If you need any side, we have the free salad bowl.
thank you. The beef bulgogi rice. It's like 27 grams of protein. I'm gonna put the digits in the protein. A limited amount of calories, and let's see what the weight is at the end. I'm down and I weighed myself, but I ain't gonna tell you how much I lost until next week when I do like an update. All right, but yeah, so the last question is more of a comment than a question, guys. This gentleman is a specialist. He told me to say his name, but I ain't gonna embarrass you, so I'm not gonna do that this time. But you know who you are, Mr. Fort Bragg soldier, airborne Fort Bragg guy. You know who you are. So pretty much the email says, Big Bro Dre, you know, thank you for your videos. I always appreciate y'all when y'all thank me for my videos, because I enjoy making them, but I definitely enjoy when y'all appreciate them. So that's the email says that, right? But it also asks if it was a good idea for him to give his wife a power of attorney. They just got married right before he came into the Army. He only been in the Army about 8 months, and they got married, and he ended up giving her a power of attorney, and he deployed to Poland, right? So while he was deployed to Poland, his wife took, I think he said in the email that he gave her a general power of attorney. Now, I didn't even know you could still do that. I thought you still had to break them up. But I guess at certain posts, it don't matter if you give them a general power of attorney or if you give them the special power of attorney is broken down. But what he did was he gave her a general power of attorney, and she ended up taking his, cleaning out his bank account, taking his car, and him not knowing where she is with the car. So I emailed him back. I told him kind of the advice I'm about to give y'all on this video. And, you know, he always, every time they return it, they say give the advice to help somebody else. So I try to do that. With that said, if you ever put in that situation, make sure you get you a general power of attorney. If it's somebody you trust, you've been with them for a long time, like your wife of 15, 20 years, that's okay. But a woman that you just got in a relationship with and pretty much got married right before you deployed, you probably want to make sure that you have your ducks in a row. And the big thing is making sure you're not giving nobody written authorization to do everything on behalf of you, right? And that's what a power of attorney does. So, the advice that I gave him first is to go to legal and see what legal can do about it. If he has a car that has a tracking mechanism, go ahead and file that police report if the car is not in both of y'all's names. If the car is both of y'all's names, he pretty much can't do much about that right now until he gets back. And the last piece of advice that I gave this young man was to never do this shit again, and make sure he lets chain of command know, so if he need any assistance that they can help him out. At least let your first line supervisor know what's going on, so they might have some tips for you to try to get your stuff back. I also told him to go ahead and close the account, or at least remove her authorization off the account, and set up another allotment for just him, that he can only access money into a bank, that he can only access the money, so that won't happen to him again with the same person. He said he hadn't been able to reach the woman for quite some time. I don't know. I saw this email maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and I decided today I was gonna try to knock it out for him. But yeah, my best thing for you to do, man, is just make sure you try to at least go to legal and try to get that squared away, and then go to the bank. Those are the bottom two things. So for all my guys out there, guys and ladies that's thinking about giving somebody a power of attorney, make sure you really trust that person, and make sure you don't put yourself in a position to have all your money taken. All right. So this gonna end that vlog. I'm gonna give you guys an update on my weight loss journey next week. Still trying to find my niche, but I'm gonna figure it out one day, man. I'm always gonna sneak a little bit of military stuff in there for y'all every now and then. Shh, don't tell nobody. All right. Hey, Secret Society, man. I see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.